filters on Photoshop is something called Liquify. And a lot of cartoonists would use this. You'll see it on newspapers, but it does a lot of stuff to change appearances, but you can use it on buildings, you can use it lots of different ways. But let me show you a couple of things. So all you have to go into Filter, Liquify, and it comes up with a whole new set of tools, completely different. So now, okay, what can we do with it? If we look at on there, it's got a picture of a face. Okay, if I click, it's picked up the two faces, can you see? So obviously we're going to do something to the face. And then, okay, eye size, eye height, eye distance, nose height. Let's have a look at his nose. So alter that a little bit. Nose width, quite subtle. Let's have a look at his smile. Okay, that looks interesting. The smile. Let me see what we can do with the smile. Yeah, we're making him smile a bit more. We can change the upper lip, lower lip, mouth width even. So it's smaller, but we can make it wider. Pretty good set of tools here. Jawline, maybe we'll alter the jawline. Notice it does it on both pictures. Okay, so there's millions of things in here. You can just cancel it, or you can show guides. You can have lots of views, show mesh. You can change foreheads. You got the pressure, the amount of pressure, the amount of speed it will do it into, the size of airbrushes. Tons of things you can change in this latest Photoshop. If I come out of the facial expression, let's look at some of these. Well, just go into a finger. If I'm in a finger, I can define the size of the finger. See? I can maybe pull this nose like liquid. I can maybe do this manually. Looks a bit like the Joker. But if you want to be subtle, just slightly tinkle up the mouth, or maybe make the size of the brush tool a little bit bigger. You can do a major shift. And you can turn the whole picture into a cartoon. That's just one tool. You've got a twirl tool. I can twirl his eyes around. I can make things bulbous or less bulbous, or bring it out bulbous again. Just use these tools, experiment with it. You can paint out areas that you don't want to do things with. So if you don't want that distorted, or you don't want the eyes distorted. So if you go into something like that, everything else gets distorted except what I've painted. And you can rub out the paint. So what I want you to do after this is just stop the video, call up somebody's face, call up men, women's face, see what you can do with the basic tools. Have a go at the facial item, face tool, and muck around with the face. But don't just bring up a picture of people. Try this on buildings. You can bend buildings over. You can look like there's a storm and wind blowing. You can bend trees over. Do experiment with maybe 3 or 4 different types of pictures. Some faces, some buildings, some landscape. some animal pictures, but you can turn something very instant into a satirical cartoon. Give it a try.